going to develop school management system in a proper object-oriented fashion. I have created these two folders: models and screens. Screens contains all the forms, and the model contains all the logic here. In the database and data grid view style, data table, management, dialog, and messages, these four classes are the helper class. In database class, here's the connection string. You can check if it established the connection between database and this application. It returns the SQL command. It returns the data set. It's for the data row and for a SQL data reader. Okay, so in the data grid view style, so far I have only one method, but later on I will include more. This class is responsible for it convert to a list. It takes data table as a parameter and convert into a list. In the messages dialog, there are some like questions: do you want to delete or do you want to update? All these methods are here. Here's or some general message: if the data has been updated, deleted, or added to the database. Okay, and there's my actual class. That is the class for a student, and there's a form. Okay, I'll just go to class, copy all these five variables, and I'm actually developing one application that will do a lot of uh, a lot of code for me. I just copy paste here those five variables, and here I have to give the class name. Class name is copy paste. I just press the tab button. It automatically suggests for me a class object name, a table name, and a list name. Press enter, and I just build this. I just press this query builder button, and it generates a lot of code for me. Okay, first of all, I'm going to take from here is a table. So I'll just copy from here and go to a database. I just paste here and execute this. Okay, I have to refresh, and here is the student info table. Okay, go into design. I actually have to assign now this one as a primary key and make this column auto number. Okay, so my database is done. F5. So far there is no any record. Okay, go back to application. Now my database is created. This is the object names. Now all these text boxes should have the same name, like a text box ID, text box first name, text box last name. I have done this already. So you can see the text box ID, text box first name, text box last name, address, and the phone number. This also suggested by this application. Okay, so I just come to a class method tab. Here all the numbers are according to number. First just copy this number one, and so that was for the class. It's a global variables. uh, Class info. Go back to application. Now second number is a get database method. I just select all, copy, uh, now what will do this method, uh, actually this method will get the data table information, and it will, and there is a student info list, and now I'm calling that data table to list converter. That class, it is converting data table into a list. And student info list, where is this? Just now I have initialized this as a student info list. Okay, so that first method is done. Go back to application. Now third one is add parameters. Now here you see SQL command that parameter that add is adding ID, first name, last name, address, and phone number. Okay, uh, but I can delete this first line. Why? Because just now I have make this ID as an auto number, so I don't have to explicitly provide this ID. I can just remove that one. These four uh, parameters, I don't need these. Number four, is add student info, so it will add the information into a student table. Insert into student info ID. Here also I can just remove the ID because ID is a auto number. I don't have to give the ID explicitly. The other four I need those. Okay, now add also done. Now is the update. For the update also I don't have to set the ID because ID is the primary key and this is the auto number, auto increment, where ID is ID, and I have whenever I call this method I have to provide the ID because there is a where clause where ID is equal to ID. Now there is another one, that's the delete method. Copy and paste into delete method here where ID is equal to ID, and everywhere see I'm calling this add parameter whenever I update or whenever I insert data, because there is a add parameter. All these parameters are here, and these are these variables, my class instance variables. Okay, from the class method I have done all these four. Now is the form side, on the form itself. For the form I'll start again with the number one. Go to my form now, double click, and that's the global variables. I don't need those. I have to import the school management or model dot. Okay, it's the same. And go back to a method data into a data grid view. Number two, data grid view info. So that also you have to change this data grid view name according to that name. Now it's gone. That method is also happy. third one is a data grid with click event. Copy and paste that click event. I will just go and click on this data grid view and go to on a click event. Cell click. Just copy and paste that. There is some kind of error. It's saying okay, Textbox operator, because this is the one that I will get from my this data grid view. So in this case I will use the Textbox first name. Textbox first name dot text is equal to on the data grid view and the column number 1, because the column number 0 is the ID and the 1 will be the first name. Okay, and even I can do more things here, because when I will click on that one I have to show all the data into a text boxes. Okay, so what I will do, I will just copy this line and 2 3 4, I'm going to change it to 3 and the 4. Here will be a first name, it's going to be last name, first name, last name, address, text box, uh, text box address, and the phone number. Okay, that also done. Now on click event, there are some for the form load event. When this form will be load, what it should do, it will, now here I want to show you something, that the grid view info alternate color back color is equal to this one. Selection row is the full selection row. Whenever I will select the row, it should select the complete row. Okay, you can see this data grid view style. This is that class, data grid view style dot data grid view back color. It will be gray. Okay, number 4 and number 5 is textbox to class. This method and textbox to class, this method actually will take a what I have done wrong here. Okay, actually I should paste here. Yes, so textbox to class, it actually here I am initializing my class from, I'm taking a data from text boxes into the class. What is the class object? Class ID, name, last name, address, and data is coming from text box first name dot text, last name, address. And in this case I don't need this ID, because ID is auto generated, auto number. Number 5 and then the number 6 is this method will do show student info list. It will show the list into a text box, but I will not use this method because I'm using a data grid view. So okay, no problem if this method is here. Now number 7, method number 7 is a insert event. Select all and this will insert button event. So this is the insert button. I'll just paste here the code. Here will be text box first name. I don't want to show the list. So here is the message dialog result dot add. So it's asking, do you want to add? And now I'm calling this add this class. So, message dialog result class. Message dialog result dot add is a one method in that class. Okay, so the next one is a button update. Right click, copy, button update. This is the button update, and here is the first name. The rest will be the same, only I will not use the student info to class because I'm using the data grid view class. And the third and the last one is the number 9 is to delete. Double click on delete. And also I have to change the first time, and I will not use that. Okay, so it should work now. Let's see. Run the application, and there's no data so far. I'll have to provide a Muhammad Nadim address is a phone number is 123456778. And if I press the add button, now it will ask, do you want to add a new record, Muhammad? I said yes. Now record is added, and you can see here the record is added successfully. Okay, so if you want to add another record, maybe Ahmed Ali Dubai, and telephone number is different. Add this record. Do you want to add Ahmed? Yes, record is added. So you can see here now this line is like a gray, and the top one is white. That's what I set there in data grid view. Okay, for example, you can see here now as I click on the data grid view, it show all the data there. Okay, if I want to delete Ahmed, and okay, first I update Muhammad Nadim. I just change the spelling. Mumohamad, Muhammad Nadim. Let's see if it's update. Record is updated successfully. So here you can see now record is updated. Before it was MUHAMMAD, now MOHAMMAD. And the same if you want to delete this record, press the delete. Do you want to add a new record, Ahmed? Okay, this message actually I just copy paste. Therefore, yes, I want to delete. Record is deleted successfully, and you see the record is deleted. Now you see I just give only I have provided only those 5 variables, and it generates a lot of code for me. This application is really amazing, and it works very precisely. There is no any mistake, as I have shown you live. Here is only one record is there, and go to application, student info class. Now this is almost like a 100 lines of code is generated by that application. And if I go into the form, in the form is also almost like a 150 and 100 250 lines of code is generated by this application. I'm still working on it to make it more reliable. And thank you very much for watching this video.